Alright, here we go again. We are doing another Katago game with 3 handicap stones. Last time we lost pretty big because we lost the top left corner here when we invaded. I looked up a bit more on life and death and what I should have done. And yeah, let's hope that is enough. The first moves I'm just gonna play out because I already talked about them in the prior attempts. Oh my god. Katago did something different. Oh my god. So the double hane means that it wants to take the corner. I don't know if I remember the double hane Joseki. I think the idea is to um, cut here, let him connect, and then take the stone. He cuts inside, and I don't remember the Joseki. Yeah, I think doing the atari is correct. I'm just gonna play it out how I think it's played out, and if Katago does something different, I'm gonna mention what I read out differently. Now I take this down, and Katago should play c12. Yes, and I think that is the first Ponuki point in the Joseki, right? The thing I'm not sure about now is if I should immediately attack to reduce the influence of this wall so I can play for the center, or if I should play for my corners here. Because I think if I want to attack the influence instead of approaching from the side, bending, like extending on f10 might be better. Because it's threatening e9, which is really big. Like I will be able to like this wall here would be more beneficial to me than for white, I think. They would gain this territory, but I think the middle wall would be very beneficial for me. But that essentially assumes, like if I play here and I'm planning to build this wall, that assumes that none of the players here are able to get into the center. And I'm not sure if I can ensure that. I'm gonna try it. I think getting into the center is going to be pretty difficult. As in getting into the center with a base. So I'm playing f10 here. I think doing the honey from the corner side is always gives more territory. Let's try that. I feel like I need to play k5 here, but it feels like after the hane on k6 that he will be able to run outside. Let's try to seal him out as big as we can. I think it's the best play because if I don't play k4 and play something else that strengthens this, then he will cut on k3. I play j3. Then k5 is played, which is atari. I will be forced to take the stone. No, I could just connect on j4 too. But he will have this strong outside influence that I don't want. If he plays the hane, I can still hane back on j6, worst case. And his cutting point will be still there on l6. Because I already have the 2 stones on hane, right? These might be weak. So let's try that. Try k5. So this makes my cut weaker on k3. I feel like if we extend on l2, it makes us too weak to this invasion in the middle here with either any side on G or H on either the third or fourth line. Because these stones don't have a base yet, and it will pressure these stones by pincering them. So the tiger's mouth on J3 might be better, or K2, than at least than the extension. Maybe solid connection also is good. M2 could also work, I'm not sure. But I feel like just doing a tiger's mouth on K2. It's gonna prevent any potential connection from the invading side here to these stones. And I think I still have center. Even if I play K2, if he invades, I'm just gonna kill this corner, right? With L5. I don't think it quite kills the corner. Let's still play K2 here. My first instincts tell me to play something like M8 to prevent an expansion towards the top side. Play the peep on K6 while extending, or attach on K7. I think K7 is very strong because the play at L6 is center, I think. If he doesn't respond to L6, we can atari on M5. He connects and we can connect on M6, and I think this is dead. And we can also pressure this one stone here later on with L8. What I don't like is that this a single stone, so it can be haned back. I don't think he can hane. Maybe he can. I was thinking if he hanes on, I play K7, K8. I extend on J7, and then I felt that he has to connect or protect this cutting point, but I don't think he has to. And then he can just protect on L5 or play even K5. Well, if we play K7 and he plays Nihane, then we can just play L6, which is center, right? And we force him to connect here, and then we can respond to the top side. Yeah, if he plays Nihane and we play L6, he has to connect, and then we play L8, and the cutting point is way more severe now. Yeah, I think he will have to respond differently. The likely responses that I'm thinking about is that he will extend on L8 or just connect L5. Could play K6 too. Yeah, let's play it. Let's play K7. M2 will play it. Probably for life. Might give him some kind of endgame too with the clamp on J2. But I'm not sure about that. I'm just guessing. I'm still thinking about L6. I don't like L6 because it is Gote. I play it. He plays M6 and... Can he play M6? I think they can't. I think they can, but they will lose the top stone. If I play L6, they play M6. I cut from above first, so the side that I don't actually want, which is M7. They have to connect or like play some kind of protection move here, which is either M3 or M5. And then I take the L7 stone with L8, right? And then I ensure my entire top corner. Yeah, let's do this. Unless I'm reading out wrong, but let's just try it. Oh my god, this doesn't work. Oh my gosh. M6 was Atari. I'm very stupid. Well, this is no way worse. But we might still be able to do something here. Even though it's worse than before. I think we play J6. He connects. And then I have to think about if I need to protect these cutting points. Because optimally I just want to extend on K8. Let's do that. He connects and I'm gonna extend on K8. I don't think either of those cuts are that dangerous. Even if I'm cut, I can live with the bottom group. Like, well, it's not alive yet. He can still invade me here. But the top group is pretty safe. So he will likely, if he cuts, he will probably cut on J5, and I will be forced to connect on J7. I see. I see. Yeah. Mm. I think I have a lot of RG here. These two stones are weak because of this tiger's mouth here. They only have 2 liberties, so this cut is actually relevant. It forces me to react with J4 instead. And then I have these running stones who could potentially connect with these. But if they do, it would be fine. I would gain this entire corner here, and I also have this entire corner. We definitely do need to do something about the top, because the J7 is would be atari for K7 and cutting at the same time. But because we are forced to atari with J4, we essentially can't protect from top. So let's play this. Let's play K8. We protect this K7 stone essentially. If he cuts on J7, then we just protect on J5 with the direct connection. And if he cuts on J5, then we will atari on J4. If he then cuts on the other side again, we just take with H5. I see. This is connected with these, because he will capture the stone while doing the connection moves. I think there's no reason to play L8 immediately. I will force him to play M8, but I will make the stone stronger. I might be able to exploit it being a single stone. So my goal here is essentially not even life and death. It's just about reducing the expansion of the right group here. Because if he plays 3-3 from here, I think it's way too big of a territory gain. We have to prevent the corner from being taken. Maybe I do have to play L8. If I don't play it, he might play it, and then K9 is a better play. Which is already an annoying play because these stones are running out of liberties. Now we have to think on how we are actually preventing the expansion here. And I think whatever we are doing is going to end up in go tier, which is bad. But I feel like I'm forced to do this in order to protect the corner here. L10 seems good if I don't want to have any RG. But I think it will give the largest portion up of the corner. If I play M10, I'm kind of fearing both. I'm fearing the hane on L10. I can atari from L11, but I will be forced to protect the push on K9 because these stones only have 3 liberties. I mean 2 liberties after he pushes. If I atari from top and he connects, and I do something else, then he will push, and these stones are in danger, and makes this cut way more big too. Yeah, I don't like M10 at all. Issue is if I play K10, he can still jump to M11 and reduce me a lot. I think we play M10. I mean M11. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Now we have the invasion here. I think we need to kick. If I kick and he cuts, we could protect our cutting point here with something like G5 too. Seems really slow towards this F3 stone. My first instinct was to attach on F4, but he will just hane back on G4 and force me to connect or play upwards. And after that the cutting point just becomes obvious. I feel like I'm forced to play g5 here, because I have this weakness that's really annoying. Oh, g5 doesn't even work. I think it can work. This cut will still happen, and what emerges is like a group here, but I think it only has one eye. So my goal is to, if I play g5 and he runs into my corner, I don't think we are allowed to defend it on c4 or something. I'm gonna do it. There's the peep. It's at least one eye, I think. Just gonna connect. Yeah, those are two eyes. I think this is big enough for sure. We can either we have to fix the cutting point now properly. This makes me kind of regret g5 because it didn't even fix the cutting point. It can still be cut. J4. Yeah. The problem is that during this entire cutting sequence, these stones will be cut off. So I think I need to invest one more move in. I'm gonna play g4 here to protect the cut. And we are pressuring a tiny bit to threaten to cut too. I don't think we can threaten to cut, but I want to protect this cutting point here. Took more of the corner. Now the question is, do I care about even trying to make something here? Or do I immediately start building a wall from here? We still have b11 to play too. And this is actually not connected either, right? No, it is connected, I think. No, I don't really see the value in playing b11 if I'm not approaching from the low side. But I also don't really know how to, like... I think it's essentially like taking a liberty from this group, right? Because they can't immediately save themselves by taking my stones. But I feel like it's not enough value. Like, on these points, it feels like this entire corner potential is way bigger than threatening this right now. That's why I also don't like c4 or something. Because then they can play f9. Because this is my entire planned territory. I'm gonna bend here on the e9. I want to keep them as low as possible. We have a lot of cutting points for sure. That's the only problem that we have right now. I'm just gonna focus on trying to seal out this area. Even if he gains the side corner, I think I'm gonna be fine with it for now. I can't play c6 because the Kosamir on d7 is going to be annoying. I can't play d6 either because the attachment on e8 will get him out. Even if I hane from f8, he will extend to e7. And then I'll have to read if the wedge works. No, the wedge doesn't work. It's gonna be connected and be running into my center. I also thought about the shoulder hit on and the knight's move at the same time, which is d7. My problem with it is that if he extends to d8, if I play e8, I'm gonna have another cutting point here on these two groups. Maybe that's fine. We can, like, no, that's not fun. We could play the shoulder hit on d7. If he extends to d8, we don't block with e8, we extend with e7. If he now extends again to e8, we have this nice tiger's mouth shape here on f8. And these two stones are also pretty strong to make territory here. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, he connected back. Now I have to read the cutting point again. On j5, it still works. My plan now is to disconnect these two groups. This is connected. This is disconnected too. feel like c4 is the biggest, but I don't know if some kind of middle play has more value. Feel like this is never going to really build territory, because the c7 push, I can't answer it with a c6 hane. Because if he cuts, I will be able to capture this stone. It's not an issue with e6 atari, and it's gonna bump into this. But the extra hana on d8 is going to be an issue because it threatens to push and atari at the same time. Oh wait, no, it's not an issue because the atari is essentially the move that I want to do anyway, right? Yeah. It's one of these moves. I don't know which one is better, c4 or c7. You of course also have the cutting point on f9, but I don't want to fix it because this sequence is going to fix it by itself if the sequence happens. So let's play. Yeah, I'm gonna play c4. Ah, he cut. Okay. Well, I did say cutting top side. I am forced to connect on the bottom now. So let's do that. And we have to somehow contain this to not be an issue. But if Katago did it, it has to mean that I have some issues here. Yeah, let's do this here. It's still ending in Gote for me, sadly. These only have 2 liberties left. How I'm reading this is that I play J9 and that he's going to connect, right? And then I play J7. Ah, I see. That there's another atari here, which is dangerous. That's why he played it so fast. That's pretty bad. We lost a very big part of the corner now. This part we lost too. Which I think means we lost the game. I don't think this is going to be more than the entire left side, like this left side, this bottom side, and this right side, which are like 3 corners. Even if I play J9 here, he can even play J8, and I can't take the stones back because it's a snapback. Ah, this is terrible. So I think the only solution is to play J8. And then these stones are going to get out. Well, let's do that. I think we have to do that. I think sacking these 3 stones is not an option. This is center too. This was the sequence I read out, which was that I play e7. I think we extend with j10, right? To protect the top side. Even if he plays j8, we can always take on j7, gaining an extra liberty. Once he connects, we need to connect too. Let's do that. Now we need to take. Now we need to connect. And now we get reduced. But we can still take some of the corner here. Playing h11 here, I think we are safe with this. Now this is essentially no territory for me. And we have this tiny part here. I think we can give up. Yeah, I think it's actually better to give up here. We already made, I think, 2 big mistakes. I don't even know if I pass, if Katago will just pass too. No, it keeps playing. So I have to resign. Let's check the scores here. Let's go 1 move back. Yeah, 13 points behind. Let's go to analysis here. First, the performance report. Opening was okay, I guess. Yeah, mid game is always the worst. And there was no end game. Let's review the game really briefly. let's check how many big mistakes we did. I think it was pretty obvious the mistakes we did. So let's just check the red and the purple mistakes here. And confirm that my sequence was right here. Yeah, seems like me extending here was actually pretty fine. They didn't want me to extend from k5. I see. This isn't really a center game. I think the reasoning is that they already have enough influence, one open side, that I can't seal out as easily. Yeah, they wanted me to double hane. Sadly doesn't show me how this is going to play out in the end. I would like to know if I'm gaining the corner here, or what is actually happening after I do this double hane. Because I also thought that k3 the cut would happen, and I also read out that I would defend on L2, but after that I'm not quite sure what's gonna happen. Like if they run out with k3, I can take the corner with m4, but I'm not sure if this small group is actually able to live. It might, maybe it might, and that's the reason this is played. Attachment from the top side. I see. Yeah, it is abandoning the idea of playing for the center, essentially. Oh, I see. We have some sacking stones here, if I play this. I don't really understand L7, to be honest. L8, I mean. I think the main idea is that I'm playing for the corners and the center. Even if they run to the center, I don't mind it. Yeah, that was my big mistake. The biggest mistake. I just read out wrong that the stone was not an atari. Yeah, it seems like just protecting this RG here that I had until the end of the game was really very heavy. So just connecting here might have been better. I see. This was probably too slow because even if they get the corner, this is giving me potential to take my own corner and attacking the top stones at the same time. This is going to live anyway because I have a Ponuki, right? Yeah, I think that's the same idea. Yeah, I played g5. Yeah, it's actually the worst move in the entire area. But maybe it's because it didn't read out the other ones. Oh, it's actually the worst move in the area. Hmm. My idea was that this would help me fix this cutting point, but in the end it didn't. I needed two plays to fix the cutting point, and in the end, even after that, I needed to play another cover up. So I think I wasted like three plays in order to fix this cutting point. And even after that, J7 was still played, and I had to fix it again. So yeah, the kick was the first thing I thought about, but I thought that the cutting point would make way too much trouble by the cutting point and this stone connecting up. Yeah, this was another weird play. I did this again because I thought about protecting the cutting point, because I thought that this entire thing would be in danger. Let's play it out. If white plays here. Yeah, I see it now. This is looking way worse for white. This is not a play. This is what I read out. It makes no sense. The attachment, huh? I thought that this would not be enough pressure to prevent the extension on the bottom side. I guess it does prevent one space jump. It doesn't prevent one. It doesn't prevent one, but it makes it bad because I can wedge from both sides. Yeah, this is something I don't really understand because I didn't really understand the value of playing this out. Like, I don't really understand this. In the end, white still extended right towards the direction it wanted. I guess it enabled me to block it off sooner. Or rather, block it off in center. Is it center? I don't even know. I'm essentially pressuring a liberty race against this white line here. I think that's the idea. Didn't even want me to connect here. I guess it's because it already knows that the top side is going to get reduced. This is not something that I saw. I know I had some RG here, but I thought I was still fine. They wanted me to block here. I thought this was way cleaner. I guess the idea is that the white cutting stone has nowhere to run. Ah, I see. I could have extended from this side because now I gained 3 liberties. And I thought that I couldn't, like, I wasn't able to disconnect, right? Because I only had 1 liberty. So this is center, that's why this is more important. Yeah, I think we are mostly like doing very big mistakes, and that's kind of costing me the game. But I think it was pretty fine, pretty good for that we saw something new, right? Katago did the double hane play at the beginning, so the entire sequence we played was totally different. Pretty good.